All right, hey guys. So a little bit of what we're going to be working on today. We've got this tree row at my friend's property here, giving him a hand. And a lot of these little cedar trees he kind of wants out of here. He wants this tree grove thinned out. So we're going to try to uproot a few of these, and then this way I can take them and plant them over on my property. All right, we're over here at our other project. As you can see, we've got a few stumps here that need to go. And we've got, let's see if I can get this right. We've got this tree right here that needs to go. And there's a smaller one back here as well. Pointing the wrong way right there. So we just got the two trees back in this area that we need to take out. And then the idea is bring a stump grinder in here, grind up all of these stumps of these. I think we have about 12 trees in this little area. And then we're going to go grab a Cub Cadet tractor with a tiller on the back. After we get these stumps ground out, till this up, and this is kind of going to be their garden area. So just kind of giving them a hand, and it's a win for me because I get all the wood, and it's all hardwood, so I can use that in my fireplace in my house in the winter. And then, like I said, when we clear out the tree grove here, we get to take a few of those cedar trees, kind of clean that up a little bit so the trees that he does have there can reach maturity. And these smaller ones, then, like I said, we can transplant them over at our property. And I need some trees out there. So this is pretty much a win-win. A couple days work out at my friend's property, help him out. And then I get the firewood and some trees to transplant. So pretty happy about it. And it's always fun running a chainsaw and playing with tools. So, all right, we'll run some footage here and show you what we're working on. All right, and here I got Jackson's running the camera. That's my son. He's 11. And I'm just kind of pointing out the notch on the tree. That angled notch down, and then that straight across where the angle and the straight across meet. It's important that is really close. That lets it fall correctly. Alright, so in the background, obviously, you can see the house. So what we're doing is just tying this off, and we're going to pull it to the left a little bit while we back cut it. We just want to be extra careful special here to make sure it does not hit the house. So it takes a couple minutes, throw the toe strap up there, walk over to the left, kind of pull it, but you know, it's better to take little time now than have a tree hit a house.
I actually sing in my car. I say, I got a woman north of town. That's good to me. Yeah, I'm clever. How's that working out for you?
Yeah, you're very clever.
Keep it up. How am I doing, Gary Busey? You're doing great. All right, keep it up. Oh, God, come on, you boys.
Yeah.
Got it.
Alright, so here I am working the stump down. Just taking a little bit at a time. And in a second here, you'll see me cut that stump close to the ground, but not touching the ground. Obviously, I don't want to touch the ground because that'll dull my chain. We just want to bring it as close to the ground as possible so you can come back with a stump grinder and grind it out easy. Alright, so now what you see me doing is actually digging into the stump that's in the ground, cutting some grooves. The idea being water will collect in those grooves and kind of rot this stump away. The plan is bring in a stump grinder, but if something happens with it where we can't make that happen for a couple of years, this will help rot these stumps out. Alright, obviously we got the tree done, we're done with the stump. So now what you see me doing is just working the tree limb by limb, kind of cleaning it off. And then I'll come back and actually cross-cut the tree about every 12 to 16 inches is how long I want my logs for my fireplace. Alright, here we are taking down another tree. Not a big fan of the wonky way I've got to work around the stump to do this. In retrospect, I should have just cut this at the base where it's thicker, but in the moment I thought we'll take it limb by limb. Like I said, probably not the safest way to cut a tree down. Should have just went further down the tree. Alright, so here's just a video of me working that tree, cutting it 12 to 16 inches, again, so the wood fits into my fireplace. And if you got a bad back like I do, you don't want to be standing, leaning over the whole time, so your lower back will just be killing you. So the way I like to do it is this squat method, where I'm squatting, and then just kind of walking that way. It's a lot better on your back after a day of cutting up trees. The other thing you'll notice is I'm not cutting all the way through it at this point, because again, I don't want my chain to get into the ground. Once that chain hits the ground, I don't know how, but the dirt makes it dull quickly. So I make my cuts, and then I roll the log like I'm doing here. And once I get that log rolled, then I cut through the other third of the way. Everything's all caught up. It's cleanup time. Tearing, oh good, one rake, and we're done. It's all right. And then after seeing Taryn split logs, my son Jackson here decided he wanted to give it a whirl. This is his first time trying to split, and as you can imagine, these were just cut down. They're very wet, very difficult to split. Even the big guy Taryn there had some issues with it. So, but Jackson wouldn't give up on this. The video's obviously only a couple minutes long here, but Jackson swung an axe for about 30 minutes, and he got this piece split here, and we'll see the big reveal in a minute.
You would be so sad.
Oh, I'd be so close. Turn sideways and begin. Think so? No. Alright. How is this a thing? Throughout the time of working this, Taryn was giving Jack some great pointers, and so was Patrick. It was so nice to have their helping hands here, them just donating the time to help out Jared and work his property.
At least you have a lot of cutting and editing that you can do to get some really nice swings in there.
Nice! Oh, flex for YouTube. Flex for YouTube. Come on! That away. Much better. Awesome!